Hello everybody, it's Geekasaurus Mike here to talk to you about just what's new on the site, what I've been doing, and a little hint about what's going to be coming in the future. Now I know I'd usually do this on regular podcasts, but since my podcasting time has kind of been collaborated with Joey and Dane, which I love doing by the way, I haven't really talked about what's going on this site lately, so I'm kind of here to give you a heads up on that. And this is probably overdue because I have three entirely new segments that I've been doing that I haven't really talked about outside of the segments themselves. The most recent one is, of course, Unsung Heroes with Dr. Humphrey Wimbledon. That one came about as well, it was inspired by a couple things. If you ever watch Loading Ready Run, which you should, then they have a series called Ask That Guy, that's the second one, but no. They have a series called, it's not coming right now, The Whole Story, where this guy gives kind of true, but also kind of insane information on everyday things, like they did a fire hydrants one, soda can one. Well, that's one. And the other one is, if you've ever watched Doug Walker's Ask That Guy, that's a big one. Just that kind of completely, that out of his mind, but still kind of dapper feel. And I wanted to do that because those are relatively short videos. They're 3 or 4 minutes. They're something I can make. There's something I can make relatively quickly if I don't have time to do a full video, which has been happening quite a bit lately. And I enjoy talking about kind of obscure heroes. I think there are some really cool characters in the Marvel and DC universes that just, they aren't getting the recognition that I frankly think they deserve. Like, I really like Red Wolf. I think he's a really cool character, but no one knows who Red Wolf is. He hasn't been in a lot of the animated media. He hasn't been in any of the movies. Animal Man. I actually don't know how familiar people are with Animal Man or how many people outside of comic enthusiasts knows about him, but yeah, there's him. Who's for Shining Knight? You really should know if you watch Justice League Unlimited, because the stuff that goes on between him and Vigilante, freaking amazing. I would almost say those two needed their own show, but no, that's just something that, you know, one of the things I'm running into a lot of problems with on that. My phone just went off. One of the things that I'm running into as far as problems on that is that sometimes I want to talk about a hero that is way too obscure. Like, there was, I think his name was Bozo the Iron Man. And I was going to do that kind of as a lead into when the Iron Man 3 trailer came out. Unfortunately, there's so little information about him, I don't think I could have done a Humphrey Wimbledon, the thing around it. So, I mean, it's a very delicate balance between someone who's, you know, way too obscure and someone who most people already know. Like, I don't think I would do one on Hawkeye, because he's in the Avengers. He's been in the Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes cartoon, which they're apparently canceling and replacing with something else that's more based on the Avengers movie, which kind of annoys the living hell out of me, but oh well. So yeah, that's Humphrey Wimbledon in a nutshell. It's really difficult for me to judge how many people are watching my videos. Like, I can look at the YouTube counter, but the problem is the majority of people who watch my videos don't find it on YouTube. They find it on my website, or on my blog. And my blog has a counter for how many people visit each post, but the problem is that counter doesn't keep track of, if you play a video embedded on my site, but you're not on that actual post, you're just on the front page, it doesn't get counted, so it's really hard for me to tell who's watching what. I mean, I know on YouTube my videos have been being very hit and miss. A lot of people watch the Iron Man cartoon, a lot of people watch the Batman cartoon. I'm hoping a lot of people watch my next one because it's based on it's a review of another very popular cartoon, but we'll see where that goes. One of the other series I was starting was the trailer trashing, and trailer trashing came to me when I realized that most of my videos were not really timely. That is to say that, oh, well, I mean, Humphrey Wimbledon's Animal Man. I mean, no one really has reason to be searching Animal Man right now. No one has any reason to be researching Animal Man or looking in, the direction of that subject. So why would anyone go watch the video? So trailer trashing kind of came about because, I wanted to talk about the trailers as they came out, why they were still a hot subject. I loved Mystery Science Theater. I love riff tracks. My goal is to get all the Harry Potter riff tracks and just watch them all in like a marathon. Might be a good thing for a weekend when I'm bored. But yeah, so that's just, and that started off, the first one was just the Crudes video, which I have mixed feelings about the Crudes and how that'll turn out. That's for another time. And then I did 2 trailer trashings for the Iron Man 3 and the Man of Steel trailers, where I didn't riff it, but I wrote the article. And now I'm combining the two. I'm going to riff it, and I'm going to write the article. And of course YouTube is being like, matches third-party content, and I get that. I don't think it's not really a problem for anyone though, because I'm basically spreading their trailer to more places and trying to give it more exposure. But yeah, that's trailer trashing. That's Mystery Science Theater on trailers. Lastly is the Mike Overthinks. Mike Overthinks is just something that I really like to do. It started when it was just before Christmas. I realized, man, the 12 Days of Christmas is a really insane song, and not because they're spending so much, but like, what's a Lord of Leaping? I don't know. So I started thinking about that, and then I thought of Frosty and Rudolph, and sort of the quandaries in those, and I was like, I should make a video about this. It was originally going to be a written post, but I'm somewhat leery of making written posts that are really long and dense, because your average audience will just be like, too long, don't read, and move on. But I feel like a video format is more widely accepted. Those are the 3 new things. Mike Overthinks. I did Christmas songs. I did Mario. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I've been thinking about Star Wars. I'm thinking about Pokemon. I'm thinking Harry Potter. But there will be more of that. Overthinking things is kind of it's kind of the whole underlying, thought. It's the whole underlying motive of, everything that goes down, at least on this site. So yeah, those are the 3 new series that I haven't gotten a chance to talk about. Something I kind of want to bring up, because I know that if anyone watches who's actually into filming, then they'll have noticed this, but I seem to have a lot of trouble with lighting, and there's a reason for that. It's that what I did for lighting in a lot of my videos where I was in my college dorm room was I took my Turtles heat lamp, and it has a clip, and I clip it to the edge of my bed, and that would be my light, and that worked relatively well. Well, my Turtles got a new tank that's way too big to be in my room, so it's actually in the living room, and I can't really steal his light as easily as I could before. When I was in here, I would use my reading light, but that's broke, and I haven't got around to getting a new one. But those two produced a relatively soft light that could be used, and this would be something that you notice in the Hypernaturals review and the Iron Man review. So what I did was I went out and I got one of those industrial lights that they use up to light like construction or places at night. I got a really little one of those, but it was such a harsh light, which you can probably tell from the videos, and it got so unbelievably hot that it was unusable. What you do if you have a light that's too harsh is you can either reflect it or you can diffuse it. And diffusing it is, if you've ever been having a photograph taken, those big white sheets that they put over the light bulbs of their light stands. Those are diffusers, and they do exactly what they sound like. They diffuse the light, they make it smoother, and they make it more even. The other thing you can do is you can use reflectors, which you take a smooth white surface and you point the light at it and try to get the light to reflect from the light to the reflector to the area you're trying to light up. Now the problems here with me using that on this light was I do not have a big or smooth enough white surface that I can put near my set that I could have effectively reflected the light onto myself. In the Iron Man cartoon, I tried using a diffuser. I was kind of leery of putting like my bed sheet over it because I was like, if something happens to my bed sheets, I'm in a bit of trouble. So I tried using paper. That was a bad idea. That light got so hot it lit the paper on fire. Awkward. But in any case, the lighting's kind of an issue. I've been trying to film more during the day when I can keep my window open, when I can let natural light in, and that helps a little bit. What I really need to do is I need to get a new lamp, preferably one that has the adjustable base, so I can point it at myself. Hopefully I'll do that in the near future. Alright, one last thing in this little vlog is a future project. And I know I talk about future projects a lot, and some of them get going, some of them don't. This one has actually been in the making for... It's almost as old as the Geekasaurus Mike's site. I had this idea really early on when I started doing this, which would have been, gosh, that would have been over a year ago now. Huh. But I had this idea. I hadn't implemented yet, but I'm really getting started pushing for it in 2013. I won't say a whole too terribly lot on it now, but I will say this. If I have recently subscribed to you, YouTubers, if I have recently subscribed, you may be hearing from me soon in regards to what's going on. And I'm really excited about trying to get this started, and I hope that a couple other people will be excited about it too. I think it's going to be great for a lot of people, but that should be getting going sometime within the next week. So that's really all I wanted to talk about here on the Geekasaurus Mike vlog. There should be a new podcast coming out sometime this week. I'm still working that out with Dane and Joey. And of course, there's the usual content coming out. So I will catch you guys later. Please keep watching. If you're a YouTube viewer and you don't know about my other site, geekasaurusmike.blogspot.com, I put a ton more content on there than I do on my YouTube channel. Please check it out. It's got forums now that I'm trying to get populated. Have a ball. Everyone, you guys have a nice day. I'll catch you later.